Okay, we can see right. Is it good about over there? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Thank you for joining me, YouTube Live. Just gonna set up the rest of the cameras. And we're gonna do Facebook. We're gonna do Instagram. Come here, baby. Hello. Welcome. Hi, InnerHikers. How are you doing? How is everybody holding up? I'm wondering. Thought I'd just do, seeing other people doing check-ins. I'm not bored or anything, but no, I am going through a lot of different emotions actually. And so just wanted to offer some support and let you know what I've been working on and trying to do to manage some of the chaos of just the sheer reality of what's going on. Hi, hey Fraser Lynn. Hope you're doing well. I'm just kind of checking in. How I'm doing? I'm doing great. The cats are doing good. Everybody's healthy here. I did have, the cats were sick, super sick, with a really bad, similar to what this respiratory stuff is going on. And so I kind of have a little sympathy and understanding. It's really scary because people don't need to die. Anyway, let's talk about prayer and meditation. So if you need to clear your space, it's really good to use sage. Sage is a Native American spiritual that helps you to clear your space. And the nice thing about right now is we have time to be with our energy and with what's going on inside, you know? So that's always good. So we're going to let that just burn while we're here today. I have some good news. I got, even though we're in such strange times, I did get a new card deck. It's called Angel and Ancestors Oracle Cards. And I've been reaching out to my ancestors a lot, I have to admit, because I have a connection with my ancestors through prayer and meditation. And you know how I treated them when they were here on this planet. We connected, you know? When you connect with someone, it's pretty deep. So the message from the ancestors and angels oracle deck is, guardian angel, you are not alone. Even though we may feel like we're alone, especially if we're alone and hanging out, and I haven't gone and really seen anybody in like 4 or 5 days, and I don't know if I want to. I kind of want to stay in prayer and feel the feelings and be present to what the reality is of what is going on, because there is some deep stuff going on in our world right now, and it's okay to feel it. It's okay to cry. I mean, my God, if you didn't cry and you didn't have sorrow around it, I don't know. It's pretty scary. It's pretty sad. So I just, when you wash your hands, somebody told me when you wash your hands, say a prayer. It's a good way to do it. So remember, you have your guardian angels. You're not alone during this time of shelter in place. And then magic guardian, unlock your magic within. So again, using sage, prayer and meditation, you don't have to have special stuff to do it. You just have to have the intention in your heart and soul. And it's amazing what the power of prayer can do. I watched when my kitten was really sick. I prayed really hard. I mean, sometimes you just got to, and you just do it. And it's the way your own thing, you do it yourself. Anyway, the cat was able to breathe again, and now this kitten is thriving, happy kitten in my family. And that cat, had I not been able to give it 5 days of intensive respiratory treatment, it would have passed away. Anyway, I'm really grateful that I have a kitten. I'm grateful we have magic, that we can be powerful with the way we do things. Some of the things I've been told is lemon water. And if you can get fresh produce, it's good to get lemons. Lemons are the best for you because they last a while. You can juice them. You can juice them and put maple syrup with it. And I've also got vitamin C powder. I think it's really important to fortify your vitamin C. Really boost it. And they say no ibuprofen during this time. So even if you're skeptical about it, don't risk it. Why risk it? Just don't even bother. Don't even go there. So I recommend don't go there. If there is a hesitation, pray about it, get quiet, and then do the highest good for yourself. I've been really impressed with how much I've been able to prepare good food for myself, and that I'm kind of ready to stay in for about a month. I've got enough cat food. That's the highest thing. I mean, cat food and litter. I know that's sad, but it's true. When you have pets, their needs are really important. So I'm very fortunate that I've got everything I need there. Now, let's see what we've got for divination for us. Hi, Joel. So I've got the Robert Wang Perfect Divination Tarot deck, and it is powerful. It's got it's wrapped in silk from Terre Haute from St. Mary's of the Woods. You know, the Catholic sisters are wrapping up this beautiful tarot deck. So let's see what we've got out of Robert Wang. I'm going to pull some cards for us, and then I'll read what the divination is. It's kind of interesting. The last time I checked in with divination, it was like 5 of Swords action going on. And it's true. I mean, we were actually in a really tough space and going through a lot of pain and sorrow. We still are. And I'm hoping people are waking up and things are changing out there. I kind of had to take a break from activism, speaking out, and have a balance between, you know, being the rebuild, because I am the rebuild. I mean, I know it's interesting. I keep feeling my parents right now. Both my parents are dead. So that's where my ancestors are coming in. The dial soap that I got from the dollar store for $2 for $1, which is antibacterial, which is the bomb stuff. Bar soap. I love bar soaps. Anyway, it is, once I started using it, I was like, I smell my dad. I was like, that's so cool. So it's kind of nice that I had that kind of opportunity to be able to connect with my father, even in this time of, I don't know if I want to call it chaos or just, yeah, I call it chaos. I call it like nonstop. Like it's a freight train of like, I know we're almost to 30,000 deaths in the world. And I just pray for them. And I just pray for everyone. I want you to take a moment, okay? I have a good breathing technique that I learned from a breathing physical therapist online, and I shared it with my neighbor, and he's like, yeah, I knew that one. And I'm like, good. And it's pretty easy to do. So this breathing technique what it does is it activates the small ends of your lungs, those little ends of the lungs that if they get saturated with infection, then that's when you get pneumonia. So what you want to do is what he recommended, and I will put a link when I do my live video posting on YouTube, which you can follow me on InnerHiking, because you're inner hikers. You can subscribe, like, and share. And I will share the link for this guy's breathing technique, because he is actually a respiratory therapist. And I am not. But I listen to smart people, and I like mentors in my life. So here's how it goes. You breathe in, and then you purse your lips like you're going to blow out a candle or you're going to whistle. So breathe in and so make that noise. Squeeze your diaphragm in your belly. Good core work here, right? You get an opportunity to do a little core work. You're hanging out doing nothing. Why don't you fortify and get your lungs happy and keep them in clean air? And he recommends not smoking, of course. And so you take a deep breath in and exhale with pursed lips, as if you're going in through a straw. And what that does is it activates the small hairs on the ends of your lungs to keep them happy and healthy, which is what we want. Because I've seen respiratory distress, and it is not pretty. It is something that can be avoided with proper respiratory support, and usually somebody can recover from it. As we're seeing, a lot of people are recovering, but it's really tragic what we're seeing also. So let's stay in prayer when we are down and sad, and ask for the highest good for all concerned, and then be active from a place of not reacting, but acting from a place of power, a place of knowing. You know, this is I was pretty adamant about ventilators about 8 days ago. And I'm happy to say, I think people have woken up. I think they're getting ventilators for people, because if they can breathe through this, they can live through it. So let's see what divination has for us. Excuse me. I'm not tired or anything, really. All right, we've got Judgment. It looks like Judgment. I'm going to make sure, but look at that. That's Michael blowing his horn, I believe. So let's see what Robert Wang has to say. I got the card deck at the Scarlet Sage Herb Shop in San Francisco on Valencia Street. And I got the book at the Open Secret Bookstore in San Rafael. I really enjoyed the Mushroom movie. Fantastic Fun Guy. Hey, Fun Guy. No, Fantastic Fun Guy was a great movie. I recommend you watch it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, again, I'll leave a link at the bottom of the video when I post it on YouTube. But you can check out Fantastic Fungi on the website. So you can just Google it and then check it out. I think you can download it. All right, looks like Judgment is what the card is, people. We got Judgment on the scene. So Judgment is Pisces. It's a mutable water sign. It's ruled by the High Priestess, which I'm still working on my High Priestess painting. It's much fun. All right, so Judgment shows a condition of moody and isolated introspection in which forces behind appearance are revealed. Thus, it also relates to spiritualism. How appropriate. And to psychism. There and here, a withdrawal from the world into a condition of self-criticism, self-evaluation. Greatly affected by the rulership of the High Priestess, who is represented by Neptune. This card is Pisces, and the dual fish of the sign swim in the waters of the personal unconscious. The card shows a very strong elemental quality of activity within water, which is also seen in the Hanged Man. And when interpreting Judgment, it should be kept in mind that the High Priestess is the crystalline clear water from which the murky waters of judgment ultimately derive and to which there will ultimately be a return. So cool. So the return of the goddess, huh? Looks like we lost our Facebook feed. Oh well. We'll have to come back to them later. Judgment can mean the outcast who is really the Messiah. It points to a romantic and imaginative person, one who is generally benevolent, kind, and generous, and who enjoys good company. This is a person slow to anger, but who is capable of taking serious revenge. Again, suggesting that there is a great deal going on under the surface which is not seen. The general meaning is mysticism and psychism, forces behind appearance, inhibition of natural expression, self-denial, withdrawal, self-comprehension, the Messiah, the outcast, the romantic, and imaginative person who is generally benevolent and generous and who enjoys good company. A person slow to anger, but who can take revenge. Don't mess with the mama is all I say. I know a lot of mama bears out there that don't take any shit. I know a lot of people don't take shit, and I like that. It's important. I mean, be who you are or don't be. I mean, life is short as we're seeing, people. All right, the part of the body that this affects, which I like this card deck because it talks about the body parts, which is interesting, is the feet. So the negative aspect is spiritual pride, isolation, moody introspection, and tormented by fantasies. Sounds like self-isolation to me. But no, it's what you make of it, you know, like I was saying in my, I guess my post of Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. You know, it's what you do with the suffering. You know, I cried a lot. I've taken baths. I'm going to write. I've been active. I've spoken up. I want to make masks. I've got my sewing machine and I got 40 needles in case I break them all because I'm not very good at sewing yet. And I'm learning and I keep breaking needles, but I don't care. So anyway, I'm going to be sewing masks. I'm going to learn how to do it. I've got a couple different, I'm just impressed with people coming to the party and making it happen. I'm a doer. I just don't like staying in the problem. And when people's lives are on the line, you got to step it up now. You don't like just like take your time and debate it and talk about politics. I mean, for crying out loud, that's just not even, it's like if you didn't already do your job, it's not now at an emergency that you start trying to do your job. No, it's like take care of, triage people, just like the people in the hospitals are doing, for crying out loud. I'm not interested in, talking about it. I'm interested in seeing what people are going to do. And I'm actually very impressed. So I have to say I'm happy that people are actually kind of stepping into it. Let me make sure I have the right thing here. Oh my gosh. I feel kind of this energy actually. So we've got the King of Wands right now. I've been feeling my dad's energy. Right? My dad's energy has been coming through a lot. Like I've been getting different things online that I need for I got some, it's called Kamu, and it's from Indonesia, and it's a special berry that has vitamin C powder that I'm going to start using. That's supposed to be your super duper antioxidant, and I've been taking really good care of myself. And I recommend everybody does that. Try to drink tea. If you don't have a lot of different things, if you're in Bloomington, just FYI, Sahara Mart will take orders on the phone, and then you can drive over and pick it up in the parking lot, which I think is really sweet. And they do have a lot of the essential things that I would say you'd want in your medicine cabinet, like vitamin C powder or vitamin C. Um, is definitely a big one. Vitamin C is a big one. So anyway, let's talk about the aggressive father here. The aggressive father, roots in the emperor, sun in Aries, moon in Aries. This man who is forceful and independent, who says what he thinks, but who may be somewhat eccentric and demanding. He is essentially a sympathetic person who believes that he lives in a creative mental world unknown to others. Because King of Wands has both sun and moon in Aries, both inner and outer aspects of the man are totally fiery. The energies of the sun expressed through the emperor, the cardinal fire, produce a man who is a dynamo of outgoing energy. His thoughts are highly independent, pioneering, and self-reliant. He is aggressive and often impulsive. His world of inner feelings, the moon, is full and dynamic, sparkling with creativity. That sounds cool. A person with such a makeup will, by definition, feel that his very creativity and dynamism sets him apart from others who are incapable of sharing his thoughts and feelings. I mean, I guess that's true. Some of us do feel that way, don't we? And that's by being in your tribe, being with people who get you. That's why it's so nice to tune into people you like and tune out of people you don't. It's like you get to do, there's a lot of choice right now. So I hope we're all exercising that and stepping into our King of Wands, our aggressive father. Thinking about, what kind of legacy do we want to leave? This is an opportunity to really step it up and step in it and find ways to, change that paradigm. We got to do it. And prayer meditations is super important because that's where you start from the inside, that InnerHiking seed that will give you that inner fire so that when you engage your aggressive father, you're doing it from a standpoint of like knowledge, understanding, and ancestors standing behind you 20 feet deep, right? So bring it on. Be that aggressive father because you can. He is sympathetic and can be extremely kind and generous. But seeing things only from his own perspective tends to make him very selfish. In some situation, this double Aries can be arrogant, demanding, and abrasive, caring nothing for what other people think. And I get that. I know some different Aries. Actually, Dr. Zimbardo is an Aries, my mentor from San Francisco. A good friend of mine is an Aries. And I think that's just, we all have our challenges, With that, you get an opportunity to harness that negative side and use it for your highest good. We're both black and white. We are yin and yang. That is part of the challenge, is to transcend and integrate and for the highest good of all concerned. And so it is, and so it shall be. I hope. All right, so there we go with the Knight of Wands. All right, let's do one more card. So, wow, it's pretty prophetic, honestly. I'm liking that you can step in to your King of Wands in how you react to every situation that you come into, right? And so when we're grounded in knowledge and understanding and have that balance, then we can come from a place of aggression can be assertion instead of aggression, aggressive father. I don't know. I think aggression is good sometimes when it's needed. Sometimes you need to really transcend and be aggressive, and that means just kind of persevering. That's what I think. And our ending card. Let's see what we've got here. Looks like the Ace of Pentacles. This card deck is very interesting. We have looks like the Hanged Man. at the bottom of the deck. I'll look it up. All right, so let's get into our pentacles. Pentacles are money, you know, right? And money isn't money anymore, right? Money can be healthy mind, body, and spirit, right? That can be your wealth. And health. Health is your wealth. Ultra care right now. Everybody needs to take ultra care of themselves, 100%. Don't mess around. No joking. No joking. You know, it's real important to be wise and to take care of yourself. So, the Ace of Pentacles in this deck. Now, the Ace of Pentacles you can look up in others. It's actually a really positive card most of the time. But in this deck of Robert Wang, he will knock your butt. So he's saying security is destroyed. Like, how appropriate, right? But what is security, right? Security destroyed right there. The Fool and the Devil and Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn. Here is the root of all matter and the principle that matter is self-renewing. Yay! Just like the mushroom movie. So we're going to regenerate. We'll be okay. But I don't want my elders to be sick. I don't want to see anyone get sick. I don't want to see anyone not be able to breathe. That's for damn sure. Especially if it can be prevented. And I know it can. We have the technology. There's no reason. And I'm not going to get in my aggressive father right now. We're on this card. The card indicates a revolution in the material world. Yep, you heard it here first, folkies. Very interesting. Dependable structures utterly destroyed and cleared away. This could mean urban renewal, and it could mean be a revolution which brings down a government. It is, in any case, a traumatic event which is followed by uncertainty about what is going to happen next. And that is so true. I know everybody's holding their breath, and I know we've seen a lot of things now, but I know in my heart, and I pray so much that we have the strength to persevere. And I know I'm here for the rebuild, so I'll see you on the other side for sure. I'm not doubting it in any way, but it's going to be a difficult one. It really is. In any case, a traumatic event which is followed by an uncertainty about what is going to happen next. In the presence of the Ace of Pentacles, the dust has not settled. In business, it may mean ruin and bankruptcy, collapse of an institution. I just wasn't ready for that card. I mean, I knew it. Kind of could tell. I've known it. Writing's been on the wall for too long anyway. I'm just not. But that's what we got. Gee, I want to give us a little bit of good news. Let's talk about the Fool then. That's at the bottom of the deck and see what that energy means for us, okay? Because maybe there's, maybe it's just going to turn out just so amazing that we're just not going to. Because honestly, what currently is, obviously isn't working because it's showing that it didn't work, and it's not been working, and it's been showing for a long time. I've been really unhappy. And I'm excited about opportunities to rebuild. Okay, the Hanged Man, Cancer, Cardinal Water, all cups, ruled by the moon. A radical change in perspective, a completely different point of view. The Crab, a powerful sign of water, shows a connection to something universal, a love of home, and an underlying psychic flow which is logically directed by its ruler, the moon. The hanged man is attached to an other, which may be a universal or may be the home. There is tremendous sensitivity here, which may be highly psychic and mediumistic. And that's one of the things I've been looking into here. I'm going to be taking a course. I'm going to find some online, but there's some different things on intuition and mediumship. I've always kind of had a connection with people who have passed away. And I feel like I have different abilities that I want to sharpen and hone as we go forward. So this card is good and affirming to me personally, and I hope it is to you too, in the work that you're doing, in your healing work, and in your life, and in your journey. This is, in many respects, a very odd card because it can point to a situation which is quite different than it appears to be on the surface. A figure floats. Let's give you a picture. A figure floats Sorry, I lost my place. A figure floats in the water of consciousness, which is a psychological reversal of the material condition. It is the total opposite of Capricorn, Earth. Thus, the love of home may mean love of the ultimate spiritual home, or a reference may be to the earthly family home. What should be understood here is that although the general meanings given for this card are quite basic, this card can represent far more than the sum of its apparent parts. The general meaning is reversal, a completely opposite point of view, psychic activity, connection to the universal love of home, strong sense of family, mediumism, fondness of change and changing conditions, sensitivity, feeling of responsibility for children, roaming the world in the course of business, but gladly returning home, vigorous defense of what is believed to be right, imaginative, economical, persistent. The body parts that are represented here are the breasts and stomach, digestive, the left eye of the male and the right eye of the female. And the negative aspects are confusion and lack of focus. Oh, sorry. She's hanging, or they are hanging. It's the hangman, or hanged woman, or hanged person, if you want me to be. All right. And they say you're hung, but you're not. You're not. You're choosing to just hang upside down, check things out, see things from a different perspective, try on something new. Take care. This is really true what's going on right now. We're taking care of our family. I mean, a lot of people are getting a chance to check back in with their kids and their family. I don't buy the stuff about abuse. I think our stressful world makes people abusive. I think it's really important for people to be together. And if you are an abusive, get out. Take it down. Get out of there. You don't need that. But I just think it's an opportunity you're not stuck. You're actually able to, how can we take this time to leverage? So I'm going to make masks, do more videos, be more positive, but also be that aggressive father right? Because we're in it. It's true. We see it in the divination here. The divination is true, right? And I'll put all the cards up, but basically we have Judgment to the Ace, to the King of Wands, to the Ace of Pentacles, to the Hanged Man. All right. Thanks for joining me. Remember the respiratory tip, right? Because you want to be able to breathe well, right? And fortify those lungs. So the respiratory tip, and I am going to come back and do inner hiking yoga tomorrow at 9 a.m. here in Indiana time. So if you're up, you can check it out. And if not, you can tune in to the YouTube channel Inner Hiking, and you can check out any of those and practice yoga. And I recommend you do move your body. I'm actually going to take maybe a walk for the first time. So, but it's nice to nest and be home and to feel your feelings and to be present with what is going on in the world and being there with the other people, even if it's just through mediumship and being psychic, right? So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, when you wash your hands, pray. Pray for others. Pray for anyone who can't breathe. Pray for anybody who's struggling right now with anything. Take it outside of yourself. And then I want you to use the breathing technique. Breathe in deep, purse the lips, like you're breathing through a straw. That gets the little furry pieces and the ends of your lungs all happy and good, so they'll stay strong, okay? And so you do that, and when you do that, send that breath of life to someone struggling to breathe, that's just got a few minutes to make it, to get to a ventilator, to get to a hospital. Just send that love to someone. And if you need to, look at your drishti point when you close your eyes. It helps you. Take hot baths. Use Epsom salts. Take care of yourself. I'll be back on with other tips. And I'm thinking about everyone and sending lots of light and love. Peace.